Hi, welcome. How are you doing today? Are you looking for anything in particular? No? Okay. Just browsing. Nothing. Are you looking for someone else? Are you looking for yourself? Yeah. Okay. Maybe for you, maybe for someone else. That's everything. We've got every base covered. Amazing. Well, listen, I'm not here to waste your time, okay? I'm here because I'm very passionate about what I do, okay? This store has been here for 15 years, okay? It's not an insignificant amount of time. It's because I really do take pride in what I do. And something about our place that I really like. You know, I don't have any deals with anyone. You know, no brands endorse me, okay? I buy everything. I buy everything I can get my hands on. So we have, we have designer fragrances. We have cheaper fragrances. We even have some independent fragrances from smaller businesses. I have a passion for scent, okay? The nose says it all. And it's what I care about, okay? So, can you tell me a little bit about what you like? Okay. Well, if you don't always, not everyone knows like the notes and stuff, and that's okay. That's something that people who are very, very they've got like a lot of, they're very, some people, I think about it like this, some people, they get a bottle of wine and they get like really expensive wine and they get out the fancy glasses and they smell it and they swoosh it around and they sip it and they do all sorts of things. Some people are like that and that's cool, that's good for them. But some people just want to have a bottle of wine, maybe get a little drunk, you know what I'm saying? So some people, like me, they really like the notes. They like knowing different things about different perfumes. So other people, they just want to go around and smell good, right? Yeah. So maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know about all the notes. But let me ask you this. How do you want the perfume to make you feel? Okay. We can work with that. You want to feel sexy. I completely understand. Okay. We all grow up and wear, we wear kind of fun little fruity things, but it comes to a certain age when you gotta really hit them with the va-va-voom, you know what I mean? You want people to think you're sexy when you walk in a room. You want to leave and you want your scent to linger. I mean, if you want that. You want it strong or not? You're open to different options. I agree. If something's cheap enough, I can just spray it all day, but if it's expensive, I want it to last, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I have a lot of ideas now. Let me see here. So I'll start with the cheaper ones and we'll work our way up, okay? Okay. So the cheapest one I have is probably this one. This is a lilac perfume, and this is actually an independent seller, and I'll let you smell it. I think personally, and this is maybe not what everyone thinks, but I think very, very, it smells amazing smelling. It's just pure lilac. I think that very pure floral scents are very sexy because it's just almost like it's sort of a primal urge. That's how I feel about it. It's one thing to put together a bunch of things to make it very sexy, but it's another thing. It's a different kind of talent to be able to make something that just smells exactly like a flower. What do you think? You like it? Yeah, and it's very, very strong. This is an oil base, so it's gonna really, really last. But you think maybe it's a little bit too spring. I understand. And you want to wear this right now, right? So yeah, you want it to be ready for the now. Let me see. I have another one. Technically, what's interesting is they don't really sell Victoria's Secret scents outside of Victoria's Secret. And between you and me, I buy them and resell them here because I really like this one specifically. Don't tell them. But this is Bare Vanilla by Victoria's Secret. This was my favorite growing up. And it still is a scent that I really, really love. Smell. It does. It smells really good. I love vanilla scents. I think vanilla is one of the sexiest things, especially when it's put together in a really nice way. It smells very similar to, and we also have one called Vanilla Skin by Floral, but this is a lot cheaper, and I think they smell very similar in my personal opinion. It's almost candy-like. Yeah. You like it, but you think you want something a little more classy. I understand. Do you think you like the florals? Do you like the vanilla? What do you think? You're open to everything. I know, it can be very hard to conceptualize scent when you're not just like smelling it. I completely understand. You know, another one I have that is a little bit cheaper. Dropped on the ground, my bad. This is Ed Hardy, Love Kills Slowly. Another one of my all-time favorites, especially when I was growing up and I couldn't afford the nicer ones. Not saying that you can't afford the nicer ones, but I'm just saying if you want something cheaper, this smells amazing in my opinion. And I do think this is an incredibly sexy scent. Smell. Smells good, right? I know, this is really an intoxicating scent, I can't lie. It's a good one. It's floral, but it's kind of like, it's darker, it's muskier, it's very like it just has like a more intense sort of floral vibe. It's not light at all, it's not powdery. It's a little powdery, but not in like a old lady way. It's very young, I think. Yeah, you like it? Maybe, you're thinking maybe. And this is another one that I think is good to gift. I think that a lot of people really like this one. When I knocked my tree over, just started decorating. I don't want to get too crazy. So you said you like the vanilla. Another vanilla one I have, actually I'll show you two. Two vanillas that I have. This is 7 Virtues, and it's called Vanilla Wood. Vanilla Woods. This one likes to say 7 Virtues. They like to say that it's like, I don't know, it's gonna alleviate your stress or something. I'd hope so. Maybe I should start wearing this more, but I'll let you smell. This is really another fabulous vanilla scent. Oh my gosh, isn't that just absolutely wonderful? It's just very, very pure vanilla. Again, this is an oil, so it's gonna really, really last. And these are starting to get a little bit more into the expensive territory. The other ones I showed you, this one's 30, and that's 30 for the full bottle, you know what I mean? And this one is 20 for the full bottle. But these, like, if you want a full size of these, it's $110. This one here, though, is 30, and this one is going to be 40. And I'll have you smell this. This one is a very, very mature vanilla, I feel like. She's a mature woman, or mature whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? But this one, I think, honestly, I like a little bit better, and I do think it is a little bit, definitely a bit sexier. Oh, this is Burberry Goddess. I think that this is worth it every time. It's an expensive perfume, but it's worth its smell. Isn't that absolutely divine? It's warm and vanilla, but it has lavender in it. And lavender can be a very overpowering fragrance. And I love lavender. It's one of my favorite fragrances, but it's not always my favorite for perfume because it can wane soapy or old lady very quickly. But this has just the right amount of power to it. And if you put this on, it will smell all day. And people will be like, who is that person who smells so amazing? I mean, it's just divine. Every time I smell it, it's like addictive. Smell it again. Good, right? Yeah. You think your friend would really like this one? Yeah. I'm sure she has good taste. It is really, really a fabulous scent. sexy, you know, just sort of powerful woman. And also, I would say it's very, it's good for the winter time, as far as we're gearing up for the winter. I'd say all of these really would work well for the winter season. I don't think any of these are too springy, very warm vanilla-y. It's very winter kind of vibe. Yeah. Another one. We'll look at a couple more. I don't want to show you too much, because once you start smelling too much, then everything just starts smelling the same. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite perfumes. Perhaps, I can't say it's my favorite perfume. That's giving it too much weight. But the fact that it's even a contender should tell you how much I love it, okay? And I love all of these, but this is really a fabulous one. This is Black Opium by YSL, okay? Yves Saint Laurent if you're French, okay? But this is specific about this one, okay? This is Black Opium Extreme. They have another one that is the regular Black Opium, and it has a little pink in the middle. That one is not worth it. You gotta get this one, okay? I don't know why that's the standard one. This should be the standard one. It's stronger, but not only that, it's way more, I mean, it's the more intense version, so it's more intense, but it has notes that the other one doesn't have. That one is like it's very simple, sort of vanilla-y, like very like youthful, you know, warm vanilla, but also sexy and fun. This one has like, it's got like notes of coffee in it. It just has so many more layers to it. And it's got the florals, the vanilla, the coffee. It also has this really, really cute bottle, and it looks great on a vanity. Take a whiff. And it's got this, feel this. It's almost like cement. It's a really nice bottle to touch. It's very nice to hold. It's also good because it's cute. It's like a little flask, but it's also nice because it's easy to hold. And I don't think we talk enough about that in perfume. I hate it when I feel like I'm always gonna just like drop the bottle out of my hand. And don't get me wrong, I like the vintage stuff too. I love it when it comes with the little spray. I mean, that is just, I wish we had more perfumes that had stuff like that, but fortunately it's not practical, I guess, because they don't make it anymore. But it's just absolutely fabulous. Talk about a scent that never gets old. I will say though, another whiff. It does smell, I think this one and Burberry Goddess, they're kind of the sister scents, in my opinion. They're pretty similar. Not like similar, but they've got very similar notes. I feel like a similar woman would be interested in both of these, definitely. I feel like warm, I feel like vanilla, but you're younger and you like something sexy. I would say this one is a little bit more youthful, and maybe it's just, honestly, maybe it's just the marketing on this. It's definitely more of like a youthful vibe. It's glittery, it's cute, it's got a cute little bottle, and Burberry's like Goddess, and I think that they go for different markets, right? But I don't know if your friend is you know, they want something more youthful, if they want to feel more mature, maybe something for work. Yeah. Well, both of them are good options. This one is $110 as well. So for the full size, I don't have any travel size of this one, so maybe that would decide on you if you want a full bottle or if you want the travel size. Okay. I'll show you one more, and this one's expensive, and no one ever really buys much of it because it's so expensive. But you know, sometimes our noses just deserve a treat. Okay, I'm not expecting you to buy anything crazy expensive. But I was talking to you earlier about how I love pure floral scents, and this one is just like, the first time I ever smelled this, I was like, we're really changing the game here. And I'm always wary of luxury perfume, because it's one thing to spend $110 on a perfume, which, for the record, where are we even in this economy? $110, I mean, it is still expensive. Let's not pretend like it's not. But I've seen over the years of me doing this, like, the perfumes that come out that are popular, it's not just the $100 perfumes anymore. It's like, even at like regular stores like Ulta and Sephora, they're carrying like $300, $400 fragrances, and loves fragrance. Many of these are amazing, and I do like them. But also, I'm like, what does it mean that we're normalizing a $400 perfume? But I do keep a few, just because some people do like them, and there are some but I keep ones I believe in. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just like have this because it's a $400 perfume and I want to sell bigger things. When I first smelled this, it really did blow my mind because it is so hard to get a perfume version to be such a pure, raw scent. I'll let you smell it. This is Tom Ford Rose Exposed. This is the purest rose scent I have ever smelled in a perfume. So if you like rose perfumes and you just want rose, you don't want any of this other BS, you just want a pure, you want to smell like a pure, beautiful, blooming rose. You want to be the rose itself. You don't want notes or anything. You are the flower, you are the prize, you're the rose. You're being handed this rose. You don't need to be handed a rose, you are the rose. And that is what this is. And you can probably already smell it. This is what's really crazy about this perfume. And that's the one thing I will defend. Because sometimes, you get these really expensive perfumes and they don't even last. This perfume, it is in the bottle. I don't have the cap off. I can smell it so strong right now. When it's in the box, I can smell it. Just a little bit through the box. When I open this, immediately it wafts up. I have sprayed Tom Ford perfumes on my clothes, on top of my clothes, because I'll spray it on when I'm like a little bit naked, and then sometimes I'll put it on top of my clothes so it lasts longer. But if you put a Tom Ford perfume or any of those, some really expensive, or it's like independent ones that are oil-based, just things that last a lot longer. This, especially this perfume, I will spray it on a coat, and that coat will smell like this for the rest of like the season. Like, it is serious. Although I will say, one time I sprayed it on, the first time I wore it, I didn't realize that this was no joke. And I put like 4 or 5 spritzes on myself. Again, I love perfume. I'm always putting it all over. And I think I almost killed my husband at the car. Okay, we were driving to the restaurant, and he was like, "What the hell are you wearing?" It was too much in a contained environment. You need 1, 2, maybe 3 sprays. It is strong, but it is beautiful. Smell. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? And it just smells expensive, It's a real treat, maybe, but hey, maybe you've been working hard this year. You want to get yourself something really, really nice. It's worth your money, I promise. I don't stock things I don't believe in, okay? But again, no pressure. Okay. Well, you're thinking that maybe you want to get something for your friend and maybe something for yourself. Okay. Well, okay, you wanted to the Burberry Goddess, the travel. Okay. Just try it out. Is this one for you or for your friend? You want this one for you? Good. As you should. Do another whiff. You sure? Okay, perfect. Okay. And for your friend, you want the Dan Hardy one. Okay. And this is good. It comes in a cute little box. It feels very, present. I'm sure she's a fun girl, whoever this is. It's a very fun set. It's a party set, Okay. So both of these together. So this one is 30 and this one is 40, okay? So it's gonna be $70. And then whatever that is with tax, I'll bring you up, okay? Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you came in. I could get you something that you like. Do you want these gift wrapped? You want the Ed Hardy gift wrap? I can get that for you, okay? Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for coming in. I'm glad I could get you whenever you need to come back, okay? I'm always updating the shop. I'm always getting new things. I like to keep it updated because I have regular customers. They come back, you know. I always want to keep new things, of course. Okay. I'll meet you at the register, okay?